All right, hey everyone, welcome back to another DSE video. Today we got the big trade that happened in the NHL this past week. Seth Jones going to Florida. Big trade here. They landed him and a 2026 fourth rounder in return for Spencer Knight and a conditional first round pick in next year's draft. A lot to unpack here. Let's get right into it. Do you
Not
want to start us
really.
off?
Not really. The
Yeah,
freaking
there
Florida
is.
Panthers,
A lot to unpack.
they just got a top
No.
defender when he's on a good team. He can easily rank like 15 goals and I would say 40 assists easily with this if he played with Florida from the beginning, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He's gonna go
Oh
on the
yeah, this.
power play one and he's gonna rip it
Mhm.
up in the playoffs. And good luck to the Leafs now. My gosh.
Hey, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. I'm not too
Dude.
worried
Yeah.
about that,
The
but
fleecing, I'm gonna be honest, it's a fleecing because he's a
it's
30-year-old. He's
What?
a right-handed defenseman, and now they're only paying him $7 million a year because they're retaining
I think it's I
2.5.
think it's I think it's the
Wow.
opposite way around. I think
Good.
Chicago fleeced.
What?
Chicago Sturge. They're
Bro,
getting a guy
Surge,
who
7
hasn't been on
million.
the ice.
What is it? 7 million they pay Seth Jones now since they
No,
retained?
they're retaining
No,
2.5.
no. What is Florida paying him?
7 mil.
Florida 7.
7 mil. So they're paying 7
Yeah,
mil, and the
but
cap is going up. The cap
And
is
they're not
going
gonna
up.
resign
7
Bennett.
mil for Seth Jones is a steal
It is.
with the cap going up. Obviously not
I
now.
just I don't think I know Seth Jones is good, but I don't think
On
he's
the open
The
like
market, he
first
could.
round is worth
for
nothing. The
top four.
first
I mean,
round is
first
a
he'll be
second
second.
rounder.
He'll be second pair on Florida. I guess for that, that's really good for them.
And the
And
power play
Florida for
one, he'll take over Ekblad
exactly
or
for these next
Ekblad.
few years,
No.
Florida will be really good. But you got to there's a big question here, guys. Bobrovsky, he's been okay this year, but he's 37.
It's not like
Sturge. They've
Spencer
been
Knight
saying
has
that
been that
last year. He was
guy.
36 and they went to a
I
Stanley
know, but
Cup Finals
He's
I know, but
36.
and they won.
He's
he's getting
36
older
still.
and older. No, he's 37 now. But
Wow.
the thing is, Spencer Knight's like one of the top. He was a top goalie prospect, young guy. I know his
He's falling
mental's
off a
been a
cliff.
little bit off,
That
but
Mentals.
if he can lock in Chicago, this there's not really much like wrong. I think in Chicago here, you're taking a chance on a young goalie to be your goalie of the
Oh yeah.
future. Get a first round pick. I think this is a great trade for Chicago. Honestly, I think it benefits both teams really well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Florida easily won. Like
Yeah.
I really like Peter Mrazek. Like I think Peter Mrazek's a good goalie, especially
He's a good backup.
No,
he's
He's a
gonna go.
solid
I don't
backup.
think he's part of the plan. They got Laurent
Well, yeah,
Brossoit who's coming
yeah.
back, and it's gonna be him and Knight.
Night.
He's out of the
Ye-
picture. What are they doing to help Bedard? Nothing. Same as usual.
So that's why
Nothing.
Yeah.
you got a young goalie. If
Nothing.
Spencer Knight turns out to be good and you lock him
He's
up long
23, I
term,
think.
yeah, he's a
Mhm.
young guy, and now you just start building the forward core around that. You have a
Sturge.
stud. You
How is he gonna
if the
help them
goalie,
when they don't got anyone in front of them?
Yeah. Seth Jones
that's
wanted
what
to
you start
leave.
building. So you got a first round pick as well. But the point
Chicago's
is
in a
That's
goaltenders.
nothing.
Look
bad
at the Leafs
place.
issues every year. Why do the Leafs always lose?
And they're
Goaltending
retaining
lets them
two
down a
million
lot.
too for the next how many years? Like it's gonna be rough on them for the next.
Yeah, the retaining part is a little bit rough for sure.
Nah, 2.5 is nothing.
I can agree on that, but with the cap going up too, though, so
You can pay a guy 10 million, 12 instead. You could pay him 12 and a half. There's a
I
difference
just
between Bedard signing and not.
Bro,
Well,
Florida's not
obviously
even
not,
done
but
yet, though. Like they're gonna be
no
targeting the
for
top guys.
no,
oh
they're
for
not.
sure.
Florida's probably gonna get another forward. Like
Probably another like depth guy, third line forward, maybe someone who can
I could see him getting
crack
Lawton,
their lineup.
but they want a first for Lawton, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, the first for Lawton is a little crazy, but
How many first? I think they just gave up the.
Yeah.
Wait,
they
this is
just gave up the
2026
first.
or
I
2025? You
think
said.
um and this draft it says in next year's draft, so
Next
I'm
year's.
assuming
Yeah.
yeah, I believe it's 2026. Could be wrong on that though. Um, I don't know. I look at I think right now, if you look at the trade right now, yes, Florida won it.
Uh,
But in a few years' time, when you revisit this trade, if Spencer
what
Knight turns out to be an
Stitch?
elite goalie, I think Chicago comes out ahead here.
You think? I
Serge,
think
they're gonna win another
the
Stanley
cup
Cup, bro.
favorites right now
No.
are the Florida Panthers. They're the cup
It's them.
favorites.
I'm gonna be honest. The Capitals, they got a
No,
playoff
I
team.
don't think so. I think
They got a playoff
Capitals,
team.
bro. No, I don't think so.
Solid offense that can hit, get in the corners, and then their defense
I
is
mean,
nice. Goaltending's great.
That's the
probably.
thing.
I
It
think they
always
can.
comes
It's
down to
probably gonna be.
goaltending.
I think my prediction is Washington, Florida, and then on the other side it'll be like Dallas, Vegas, Dallas, Colorado.
Yeah.
I don't think Washington will make it
Da
that far,
Dallas.
but
That side of the bracket is terrible.
the
Like,
East,
yeah. What's that side of the
look
bracket?
at Tampa. Look at the run Tampa's been
No,
on.
What
they're not gonna beat
the
Florida.
Tampa? Yeah, it'd be going through the
The,
first place to the Atlantic. because Washington's already locked up first
I
place. And
I do think we get first place in our division just because I think
yeah,
the Lightning are gonna like kind of level out, and then Florida doesn't have Kachuk anymore, and they're just gonna be playing for playoffs.
Isn't
Like,
that convenient? Kachuk just happens to be out until about playoff time.
I mean,
yeah.
if that's what happened with Matthews, that's what we would have done. If Matthews got injured
I
earlier,
wouldn't be surprised. I know the Leafs like they're saying Tanev is gonna come back now, but I would have said as much as it would hurt the team a little bit, he's making a
I
decent
mean,
chunk of money. Throw Tanev.
we're not getting first place in the. I'd rather have first place in the division play Ottawa first round, or well, actually not Ottawa, but whoever that team is,
Dude, I'm nervous in the first round, whoever we face, because that's
whoever
the
that
type of team
first.
we are.
Well,
We got
whatever.
a shot to
Yeah.
lose
Okay.
every
Well,
time we
I'd
play.
rather. Okay, I don't think we're moving. I mean, maybe if we play Florida, we're probably gonna play Tampa first round. If we don't win the division, I'd rather play one of those other teams in Tampa because like I don't.
We
I
beat
also
Tampa.
yeah.
The only team we beat in the
The
first
only
round.
team we beat, yeah.
This team is better than the one that we beat a couple years ago.
I don't know.
A lot.
I'd have
Don't
to
know.
look into that, think about that for a bit, but I don't know. I think it's exciting for sure. I'm excited for the trade deadline come Friday. Hoping the Leafs can definitely do something here to bolster the team after seeing Florida really pushing for that repeat.
Yeah. I wonder if
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, it's
I
shockwaves,
wonder.
bro, to the whole league. Like even for the whole Eastern
It
Conference.
doesn't look like any guys are getting traded off the Buffalo Sabres anymore. No rumblings over
Oh yeah,
there.
that's
I think
we'll
the price
see
is
even
too
with Mikko
high.
Rantanen now.
I think the price is too high. I don't think Miko's getting traded. I think
There's rumors
no.
about
too
he
much
might
risk.
actually,
Too much
yeah, they
risk
were
for other
saying,
teams.
I saw one thing, I don't know how accurate it was. They were actually saying Leafs are one of the front runners for Mikko Rantanen, but I don't, like I
They're the
said, I don't
betting
think he's gonna get traded.
favorites.
They're
They're
the
the
betting
betting
favorites, yeah.
favorites. But Nyes
I
will
don't
have to be in
think
there. I'll give up Nyes for Rantanen.
No,
it'd
I'm
have
not
to be
doing that.
no, it'd have to be
I'm
one
not
of the
doing that.
prospects. It'd have to be like Cowan or
What? Are you
Minton, and
joking? They would never. It's got to be not. Well, maybe from the Leafs. The Leafs would do that in a heartbeat. But for us, they're gonna ask for Nyes back. Not
No,
like
I'm not trading. I
if
don't know. It's just
if the
it depends.
I think we can.
I think you just
Uh,
go on as a Leaf,
I
as a
think we
Leaf
can.
fan.
Well, I
This
mean,
is a
like
if
if we
if we're not
get
coming back with Marner and Tavares next year, bro, we gotta go all in.
if we get
That's
Rantanen, we're
like,
not re-signing Tavares. If we do
well, if we
Rantanen
get
for
Ranson,
Nyes and
we're trading
whatever,
away. We're trading our top six, our top four, yeah, top six guy and Nyes. What's the point of that, man? Come on.
we have to re-sign him this year. Like it gives us a lot more to do in the offseason. Because if we re-sign Rantanen, I don't think we should bring back Tavares. We're not gonna have to re-sign Nyes. We're gonna have to pay Rantanen probably like 13 and a half. We're gonna have to pay uh Marner 13 and a half,
Okay, so
and then we
we're
have
giving like
3
26
million left
million
probably.
to two guys.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Nah,
For
man.
8 years, we're gonna have. Okay, come on, bro. We have
That's
Rantanen.
not the
If the
structure
Leafs
that
get,
works anymore,
I
bro.
don't know how this turned to a Leafs talk. First of all, because
yeah, I was about to
but
say, yeah, we got a little off topic here.
but
We get a little passionate when it comes to the Leafs.
yeah, if the Leafs will do Rantanen, Matthews, Nylander, and Marner for the next how many years? That's like they'd be stupid not to do that. That would bring them so much money from like playoff
But
tickets
Nyes is too
to
young.
jersey sales.
He's still got potential, bro. I don't
Well,
think we've seen the full Matthew Nyes.
obviously, I don't. I think his full potential is what Hyman did last season.
Top six,
Um,
other than Matthews when he's healthy, that four checks, and it's in the corners. You think Ranton's gonna do that for us? No.
I think
All
Rantanen
right,
is better than
let's
Nyes. This is
let's get back
craziness. This is
let's get back
crazy.
on to the Chicago deal here and the Florida deal. I got a question for you guys here. So we got a little off topic. W- do you think now with Florida adding Seth Jones before obviously this is before the trade deadline on Friday, do we think that Florida is now the favorites to repeat? Because I think
Yeah,
before some people would have said just based on like the standings and stuff, oh look at Winnipeg, Washington, even like Dallas.
I would say Florida.
Would you
Yeah.
say that Florida is now the favorite to win it?
If I were to put my money on anyone, it would be Florida.
It'd be
Just because
I
Florida.
would
of
go. I would go. Number one, I'm gonna say Caps. Number two, I'm gonna say it's all gonna be Eastern Conference. Caps, Florida, Jets, Colorado,
bro.
and
What?
the fifth,
This
the
guy's like,
Leafs,
oh,
baby.
let me
Oh,
ruffle some feathers. Fifth. Wait, Leafs over Florida?
Washington, buddy, Washington is
no,
not winning
Washington.
this year.
Sorry. When Ovi has that mindset like he
Ovi's
had
40. Ovi's
when he won his
40.
first Stanley Cup a couple years ago, bro.
Always
He
40,
that
man.
that energy just goes through the whole team, bro. It's like a freight train going at you.
Yeah, but
I know
Unstoppable. They
I'm
already got
excited
the
to see
experience.
Ovi
You got
back in the
Tom Wilson
playoffs.
too, bro.
it's a freight train up until, I mean, that would be a great series. Washington versus Florida, two power forwards
But
going
I
at
say it's
it.
gonna be
Yeah, it's a very
Washington
physical
Leafs.
series.
Washington Leafs conference finals. That's gonna be Game 7, and it's gonna
You
be a
come on.
great matchup,
I would
bro.
love to see the
Great.
Leafs. I would love to see the Leafs go up against that Washington team because I think it's an easy Leafs in
I
6
think we
for
would
there.
win that in 6.
Yeah, I think so too. But I don't think I think Washington is gonna go to the finals, but or not the finals, the semifinals.
Conference finals, yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Well,
my
we'll see.
top
It's,
5 right there, bro.
it's definitely interesting for sure. There's a lot to unpack here. I don't know about you guys. I'm very excited come Friday, trade deadline. Be at work the whole time, just constantly
but if the
checking and
if
refreshing my
yeah,
phone.
if the Leafs get Parayko,
We're not.
I think it's definitely this like a thing here. We get Parayko in a 3C. I'll be happy with
Too
any
difficult, bro. We
3C.
gotta move to.
A what?
It's
Too
gonna.
difficult?
We're gonna have to move too many pieces for a guy that's making
No, it's
what is it?
not.
Third 7
No,
Something
it's
like
or
that,
not.
9?
yeah.
No.
That's why I don't want to go for Braden Shen either. He's making so much money, and it's
It's
just
too
not
much,
worth
and
it
he's
for a player like
33.
that.
Okay, well
Yeah.
we gotta make a.
Exactly.
So now we're
Okay,
talking about age, but then
wait.
we're
We
talking about
gotta. Okay,
Bobrovsky.
who said
Guys,
so? Who cares? I think if the Leafs, if any year is the Leafs' year, this is the year. This is the only year in how many
here
years?
we go again with the Leafs.
Stolarz
This
is
is the
no, no,
year.
no, no. I'm not
We
saying
hear
this is
this
our
every
year.
year.
I just said that Florida's gonna beat us, but I'm saying if any team is gonna win, it's gonna be this team. We're not gonna re-sign Stolarz over Wool. We're gonna give Stolarz away in free agency next year, right? Unless he's like some like disgusting goalie that takes us a championship. We
He's
also
gonna ask for too much money. That's the thing,
yeah,
and we already have Wool locked up.
he's your typical $5 million goaltender, like the Cord and all those guys. Like he just piles up in the $5 million
I think we just gave him the Logan
area.
Thompson deal, bro.
I don't think he's. I mean, yeah, I don't know. But this is the only year that we're gonna have a tandem like this. We're gonna have a players like this. We're gonna have all these guys like that want to win. Like they got to do something this year. And I'll be okay if Cowan goes. I'll be okay with Minton goes. I'll be okay with all these guys because I don't think
If it gives us a
Cowan.
championship, I'm on board as well.
Well, I mean, if it gives us, I think it's a success. If we trade away Minton and Cowan, would you? I would. If we gave away Minton to Cowan, I would take a conference finals. Like I would take that. I don't think
You're saying
Cowan.
give away
Okay, so
both of them?
I think Minton is too small. What I saw from him this year, I think he's way too small. He looked like a nothing out there. I think Cowan brings the energy, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't think he has it in him to win. Like I don't think he's a winner. Like we're just gonna
We'll
add
see. These are
another.
young
okay,
We
guys
need
too.
we
we
need
gotta
to
see
add
next
another.
year for that.
If we're like we need another Nyes as a young guy. We need another Nyes. We don't need a Cowan. We don't need another small skill forward. We need to add the
Well, that's
bigger
hard to
guys into the
find.
lineup. I
That's
It
know.
that's for the
is.
scouting department.
I know
Yeah.
it's hard to find, but like I just don't think
There's no one available like
Cowan.
that.
Like I don't think if we resign Marner this year,
Or Trent Frederick.
I don't think Cowan really fits into the lineup. I think he just turns into another Nick Robertson. Like
We'll see.
and
We'll
It's
see.
and
I
Nick
don't know.
interesting for sure.
Nick Nick Robertson's. I just want to see a big. I just want to see a nice Leafs team. I want Robertson gone because this is the highest his value is ever going to be as a Leaf. I want Cowan out of here. And I want Minton for sure out of here.
Okay.
I want my
So we
first
do
rounder
this.
gone. I want everything clear the house
First
and
round.
win the freaking cup, man. This is
We
dream.
don't have a first this year or a first next year, 2026, and I think we don't use that unless we get a guy like Noah Dobson on
Like
our back end, or we. That's the
that's
only guy
true.
I trade Minton or Cowan for, and our
Is
first is going to
Pareko.
is no. I would even go for Dobson. That's it. Pranko, I don't know. Yeah, he's nice with
Dobson would be
I'd
worth
rather
more.
I'd rather Dobson than Parayko as well.
yeah,
Me too.
but then
Like
But St. Louis has been surging right now too. They're only a
yeah, they're
couple
not
points out of the
trading.
playoffs.
What's the point?
uh,
Like
They might not actually
Armstrong
trade.
has
They
a
might
guy
just
on
kind
his
of
back
ride
end
it
that's
out.
going to help him win another championship potentially. Will they? No, but
No.
that's a good piece to have when you're contending. But if we're still talking about the Leafs, two forwards I would try and knock on doors for is Ricard Raquel, who we just saw
yeah, I agree.
net a goal against
Hmm.
us,
Yeah.
or Ryan Donato. One guy has term, one guy
I
doesn't.
really like Ryan
Donato's free
Donato.
agent. Donato's a UFA. He's 28. He popped in 20 goals. But will he get the same opportunities with the Leafs?
He also has like 23
I don't think
assists.
so. Or unless we move him to the second line, put Tavares on the third, maybe
I
we
mean,
They
could do
won't
that.
drop the way Tavares has been playing. They won't drop him to the third line.
Yeah,
I would
but
like to put Tavares on the third line for at least
I
the
would
regular
too.
season. For the regular season, just
but
so he
look at
can
the
get
if
ready
you
for
look
the
at the players
playoffs.
Donato's playing with, bro, and how his stats are looking like, he's playing with guys like, well, Taylor Hall got traded. He didn't have the greatest year, but Teuvo Teravainen, Foligno, but our third line is Bobby and Robertson. But if we were to trade for Donato, I think Robertson's out the door, right?
Hmm.
But those are the two
We'll
offense.
see.
But the defensive guy that I want is Dobson, and that's the only way we're getting if we
I
trade
would
Minton and
Dobson is one of my favorite defenders, but
Count.
like
But that's the
realistically,
only way. I don't like the defenders that we have here. Like I'm looking at it, it's just
you don't like
Carson
Colton
Soucy.
Parayko and Morgan
He's not getting
Riley.
No,
traded though. He's not gonna get
Okay,
traded.
we need a
Luke
defender more than
Shen,
we need a
why are we gonna get
3C.
Luke Shen again?
We,
I don't
I
see
don't
the
want
point.
Luke
for
Shen.
the
I
third
don't want.
time,
No,
for
I
the
don't want.
third
he's two
time.
years older than we the last.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want Luke
like come
Shen.
on.
And he didn't really like okay when we played it. It wasn't like we were expecting this big thing, but like it's not like the player he is now is like any better than what he was 2 years ago. And I didn't really like what he did 2 years ago. And he was a bottom pairing, and we're gonna probably pay a third rounder, second rounder for the guy. Like it's
No,
not.
he played
If you want
top
a
pair
Luke
with
Shen
Morgan Riley.
2.0, Luke Shen 2.0, Mario Ferrero. And that might be expensive. He has 1 year left,
I want Carson
Hmm.
3.25.
Soucy. I want Carson Soucy. Or I don't know.
I
All
don't
right,
get why
guys,
Vancouver
we
would trade him.
we're running out of time here. We do got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Um, there's been a very interesting talk for sure. Stay tuned as this week we will be posting about the NHL trade deadline. Looking forward to that. Should be
Yeah.
great. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you.